Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Ken's Increase here, and we are covering the controls for the menu. Now, when you first come into the game, or when you go to start a new game, you hit circle to confirm, and that'll just take you into the tutorial if you're just starting. And if you're continuing, you hit circle and continue, and it'll bring you into this hangar. Now, there's a couple things I want to cover in the hangar because I want to show all of it at once, and I will also do the translation thing for the menu for the multiplayer because that's pretty easy. To start off, this thing right here is your actual mobile suit setup. We'll get to more of that in a minute. This here is your shop. This is where the bounty hunter quest and where you fight the other people's suits that they make. This is where you go in to pick your missions, and that is the multiplayer window. And then these little things here, hit circle on them, they raise the platform up to see the actual upper parts of the bodies. But first thing we want to cover is the shop. Say you have your game saved and uploaded to the servers from Gundam Breaker 2, and you want to download your information. Well, you go into the shop, you hit L1, you come to gift. There will be an option to download whatever it is you had as your last suit equipped, or I should say built in the game, and then you'll get your money. You cannot re-import your save, so make sure before you do this, you have the suit you want to play as. I made the mistake of not knowing this and not looking it up, so I kind of got screwed on stuff, but I got my bust rifles and everything pretty early on, so it wasn't that bad. And in the shop, same thing, you have your high grade suits, HG grade Gunpla you can buy, master grade once you unlock them, builder parts, which these are very important, I would buy them, we'll cover those when we get into the hangar, avatar, men and women, and then to back out, you hit X. But there's something else in there I want to show you, so we're going to go back in there. So let's say you have parts that you want to sell. Well, to do that, it's pretty simple. Down at the bottom, it'll tell you what the controls are. D-pad to move around, circle, confirm, X, cancel. I'm not for sure what triangle does, but I think it might be sort. Yeah, it's the sort options. Right stick rotates the camera of the box. Touchpad gets rid of her. So, that's pretty funny. Now, here's the cool thing. You hit options. It brings up your hangar and what you have in there. And you can go through and then you can, let's say we want to sell. Circle highlights everything. Square confirms. Circle says, okay, I want to sell. X backs out. And that's how you sell your parts in bulk. There's another way you can do it, but it takes a lot longer, and I'd highly suggest doing it this way. But since we got that taken care of, and I showed you about that, I want to go in and show you really how the customization works, and show you it's actually pretty much the same. Now, we translated this the stats window, which is here, already, but we didn't show you anything about the assemble options. We showed you the translation for the paint. I didn't show you anything about the Gunpla name, photograph, or SD collection. I showed you. Or, I'm sorry, I showed you the modules. But I didn't show you the SD collection, which I'm going to do first here. Now, when you first start out, you get this guy, Night Gundam. And one thing to note is you see these little bars on the side. Here's the guy I got equipped now, and you see a little bar on him. Once you hit that to max, you get a star. I don't know exactly what that does. I'm still figuring that stuff out, but I think they work better with you, and they might do better at combat. But here's the next Night Gundam. Don't know what version he is called, but he's the next one. And then here is, I think, the Mushu Gundam. Most likely, yeah, that's the Mushu Gundam. And here's the, I'm gonna say Launcher Strike, but it's probably called something else. But that's what it reminds me of. And then I'm pretty sure this is the Lubu Gundam. I could be wrong, but that's what it reminds me of. And that's the ones I have, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to get. And to get these 4, you actually have to do a mission to unlock them, which I will show you that in a second. And also, you can come in and actually paint your SD Gundam just how you paint yours. The only difference is there's no, oh, what do you call it? The, stickers like you get. And every time you back out of a menu in here, you get the menu popping up over what you were just doing. And you can click Setup, which is the top one, which takes you to the main overview. Assemble is where we want to go. That takes us to actually putting together a suit. Then you got Paint, Photograph, SD Selection, SD Module, and then just Hangar. Hangar will just take you back to where we started at. But as you see in Setup here, now we're back in here. Now, I put together my GPO3 suit because I wanted to have it selected so I can actually save it for once I get the actual chest piece and the head, I'll be good to go. And, well, I'm putting the riser back piece on just because I want to. Now, let's go to... We're in the paint menu. I went to the wrong one. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, so now we're into the weapons. One thing to note, martial arts skills actually are their own weapons. And with that being said, you actually have to equip them, and there's different versions of it as well. Now, give me a second. My dog's whining, so I gotta open the door. Be right back. So, with the martial arts, they're different styles, and you can tell by the hands. Open fist is a different one from that one right there, which is a closed fist. I don't know whose styles they are because I tend not to use them. But, same thing for weapons. You have bazookas, rifles, long rifles, machine guns, rifles again, twin rifles, which is a new category now. They're actually separate from regular rifles, so keep that in mind. They were in the second game. They had the same symbol, but they were considered rifles. But twin rifles have their own specials now. And then we have miniguns like normal. And I believe that's it. Now, with the suit customization, you've hit L2. It brings up this window. On the right side, it'll be what you actually have equipped, and on the left side, it'll be what you're looking at now. And you'll see your HP is the top one under specifications, and then you have abilities. The abilities, there's a Google Doc I will link in the description of the video, so make sure you go to that, and I believe the Google Doc translates all the abilities for you. Because there's a lot. I mean a lot. Hit L2 again, it takes it down. Well, let's say you want to equip it. So you hit circle. Because circle is your confirmation window, or confirmation, and X is back. Hit circle again. You equip it. Now, the other way to sell things, you push in the touchpad, then hit circle. That's how you sell one at a time. And oh, I do. No, I don't. That's Blue Destiny. You just go through and find whatever ones you want. I'm going to re-equip my heavy arms. Actually, just do it this way. I got all that saved, so I'll explain this to you. Did I over? Oh, I didn't save it. Okay, so to save suits, it's the same. It's triangle. And you hit square or circle to save it. To load a suit, you hit square. And then you hit circle to load it. And then you're back to editing your stuff. Pretty simple. The only difference I'm going to do is I'm actually going to equip the mustache head from Turn A. Because I really badly want the heavy arms head with the mustache on it, but I haven't unlocked the builder part yet. And that's another thing we're going to explain here in a minute, is about the builder parts. Now, on the backpacks though, this is the cool thing. They changed something with the miniguns from 2 to 3. The miniguns now act like they did in 1. You do not have to have a free aim out to use them. So they're better again. I have not unlocked the minigun that I want to use yet. But I actually like using the minigun again. But I want to show you some funnels. So let me see. We'll use this one down here. We'll use high new. Let me make sure I don't have a better version. That's the other one I was thinking about using. This one has 3 pieces of optional equipment. The one I currently have equipped, it only has 2. So, actually, you know what? Let's use this. And then I can show you this stuff. And then our shields, you got different ones. Purple is really rare. That's the one that I like to use, but I don't all the time, because with heavy arm builds, once I get the chest piece, I want to use the Mark II chest piece, or the Mark II Gundam shield, because of the little missiles in the bottom corner of the shield. And you want everything hard ammo. That is the most important thing. You want hard ammo for that chest piece. But here are the builder parts. So we're going to take these off. And I'm going to take this off anyway. I use it a lot. Now, the only thing I have equipped, as you see, is on the legs. I'll remove those as well. Now let's look through this stuff. So this first top here, it increases your HP, your boost rate, and I forget what the other 3 are that increases, but it's general stat increases. These are not visual, I don't think, because I have not seen them yet. I don't know where they get put on at, but they are all, I would assume, pilots. It's pretty much a pilot inside your suit. And you can stack these to increase your life. I usually have 2 of these on at all times. Almost all the time. And I don't think, yeah, they're all the same stat increase, so you don't have to worry about which one you would rather use. Next, you have your head optional parts. As you see on the right side of the mustache, you have this gray piece. That is a new head Vulcan I can equip. Or I have Double Zeta's cannon on his head. I can have a flag on me. I can have a mustache, which that one actually looks pretty cool. Any of the V shapes for the symbols will actually increase your life some more. And they're all cosmetic, and you get the same stat increases as you do with the builder parts with the helmets. And we'll just go through them, and I will show them to you. And then the ones that look like Titus's knees or shoulders are usually spikes of some kind. And the spikes, flags, beams, and miniguns on the head do not increase your stats. And then you get them to the body, and you can get miniguns. You can get the same Zeta headpiece, or you can equip the V's symbols things, your headpieces, to your actual suit. And now that we get to the arms, so you see there's 2 other missile pods up there. We can get 2 options for just guns to shoot. They shoot like the Strike Freedom leg pieces, if I remember right. And then this is my this ain't the one that I thought it was. This one is another like blade. I believe it might spin. I don't know. I haven't used these because I don't tend to have melee options really. I tend to keep all missiles. I load those up as much as I can. And then you get, after you go through both arms, you get to the left arm. And the left arm's kind of cool because you can equip 2 kinds of swords. You have your stray sword, and then you have your strike sword. And then again, you can equip the minigun. A different kind of missiles that actually home, but the difference between that missile and this missile is if you have multiple pieces of this missile on, all those will fire at once. Where this one, you actually have to have in your options as separate parts. So keep that in mind. Then you can have the single cannon. This is another set of missiles. And here's the one I wanted to try out on the... oh, what do you call it? The GPO that I was building. Because that's the claw from... oh god, I can't remember the suit. It's from Seed. I think it... no, it's Blitz Gundam, I think. Because Buster had the gun. So that... I think it's Blitz. Because Blitz also had the shield with the missiles in it. And then you can, again, get a flag. All the head pieces, again, you can put on your arm. Increase your stats. And same thing for the right arm. You have the exact same options. Then you go to your legs. Well, legs, you can do the missiles. You can do the Strike Freedom leg cannons that are a little bit stronger than these cannons. And then you got your same stuff as the hands. And then the legs, also same stuff all the way through. And then we get to the fun part. This is where I like putting my swords. You can put your swords on the backpack. Or you can put a flag on your backpack, which is kind of cool. And then same thing, you can put your V's and cameras and stuff. And then you got both backpacks. This is the cool part. I actually like these bazookas. I use them a decent amount of the time. But I like my missiles more. These are the camphor bazookas, by the way. And then you got the single sides. Single sides, you get a little bit more options. You can do the missiles, or you can do the... I think these are micro missiles, if I remember right. And then same thing on... and then you're back up to the top. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to add bazookas. And in this part here, as you see that stuff's clipping, I can bring that together if I wanted to, or I can bring it outward, and no matter what I do, it doesn't work. So I want to put that at about here. And then Y positioning is up and down. I'm going to raise it up. Okay, that didn't work. Raise it down. That didn't work. I'm going to leave that in the middle. And this is forward and backward. And then you got your angle. Oh, shoot. There we go. This way it doesn't look like it's clipping that much. And you just play with it until you get it the way you like it. And you can rotate outwards and inwards, because that's kind of cool. I like leaving this at 0 because they look better straight. And then the Z option again, you can rotate it again another way. You get a lot of options. But here's a cool thing I found out the other day. You hit R1 and L1, you can rotate them to different parts. And actually, I'm going to leave them there, and I'm going to fix this. Rotate them down. So what happens is, you can zoom in, they get clipped onto the side. You get the additional, I think they're called weapon parts, or you can attach the weapons to different parts of the body. And let me see how this looks. Actually, I like this all the way back. Yeah, you can even see it on here. That little clip around it, there's a little dot on there. That's where they connect at. And I am just going to raise it up a bit. Trying to make it so that it goes into the cannon a little bit. But it doesn't clip. Alright, that should work for me. Now, at the bottom you see how many builder parts you have available. I have 4 out of 7, so I'm going to equip a couple more pieces, and we will be done. Next thing I'm going to equip are the leg pieces here, and I think I just got a wrong one. There we go, right there. That's how I normally have it. And then we got enough for 2 more, so I'm going to put the same things on the shoulders. And just like that. And now we have our 7 out of 7. And actually, I'm going to look at to see if this looks better. You know what? I'm going to equip that. The other thing you could do is you could scale. You can raise it up, and you can shrink it down. I like this being bigger. We're going to rotate that a little. Not that way. This way. Nope. Okay, I can't do that. That looks weird now. Okay, there we go. We can even change this one if we wanted to. We can be like, alright, do it with another set of Gundam horns. We can do it like that. Actually, I want to see this real quick. Oh, crap. Yeah, I forgot you gotta actually select it first. So let's see what the other ones look like. Got that. Got that horn. So I did that with Tallgeese before. That one is actually pretty cool. But we're going to back out and leave that alone. So we're going to pick this one again. So we can put it... Okay, we're leaving this here. That looks funny. So your options are right on the mouth, right above it where the bluish green V is, or one on each side. That is pretty much inside the head. Pretty explanatory. But then we go to options. You have your 4 EX moves. You have your burst action. You have your optional equipment, which I'm going to equip all that right now. Okay, no, these two need to switch. I have another sword I didn't know about, and I don't know where it's at. Equip that sword. Alright, so I'll run through it here. These two are the leg and shoulder missiles for actual heavy arms. This is, I believe, the cannons on the bottom. And then this is the bazookas that I put on. This is the 2 leg and shoulder missile pods I put on. This is the little cannons on above my head. And this is a sword I have no idea where it is. I'm assuming it's in the backpack somewhere. Because the other sword, I believe, was the blade on my arm. I don't think that's what this one is. And then I will explain what these are. This is like a fancy... I bring my gun up slowly and shoot you, and it does a small AoE constant explosion. That is a heal. And I got a new one, which I already maxed that one out, so the one I have equipped is the better one. This is a one that I had. It makes you have 2 bazookas and it shoots constantly. I just unlocked this one though, which the one I have equipped does 500, and this one, or the other one I have equipped up here does 500. This one does 500 as well, but this one does 1200. I just got this. What I'm actually trying to do is max out all the bazooka skills I can. because as soon as I switch over to my minigun, once I get it, I can use the bazooka skills from what I've read on GameFAQs. And that, to me, is really cool. Being able to use parts that don't have, you don't have equipped. And this one, I got told by FFan, if you remember him from the other games that I played with him over the past couple years, he calls that the level 3 Virgil X Factor auto win that I use, and I have swords spinning around me. I'm really trying to max that out so I can switch to a different melee weapon and see if that actually works. But for now, we are going to switch to a bazooka, and we're going to use that bazooka. That's GPO2's bazooka, the nuclear bazooka. And then next we're going to go to paint, because one thing I did show you in said video with the translations, I didn't go into the separate parts. Each actual part can have its own color figuration and your own lighting figuration, I'm going to call it. And then each part can have its own stickers. And this option right here, you can see it right on the little corner there. That's an actual sticker with writing on it. Those are the pre-made stickers for the suits that you would get in the actual model set that you would put on. And then each one has one. And then here's the cool thing here. I gotta go to the arms and show you. So the builder parts can be colored. You hit circle on it, and you go highlight over your color, and then you pick the one you want, and then you have it. And then you can also turn on the translator called it caution something, and that's the stickers. And then I go to my legs, same thing. Now, I want to show you in here also with the controls. You can hit triangle, you can save the color you have set up, and hit you normally hit square, but what it does, it saves it right here. These are the 3 colors that I have saved. That's the other thing that changed. Oh my god, it actually did it. Okay. Now we're on the backpack. And the main thing, I'm going to leave those the same color. But I'm going to color this, and this is where we will end it. We'll do another video actually using this suit and see how it plays. And with my heavy arm suits, I actually use the same color for all of it, and I like how it turned out. But I gotta color the head, I just realized that. I'm gonna leave that white. Change that to orange. Same, and that will stay white as well. And then we can change this to be white as well. And the secondary part be orange. And there we go. Now the other very important thing to do is I come down here, turn that on, and I adjust all this. I got actually go to my 50, 10, 100, 10, 100. Okay. 50, 10, 100, 10, 100. There you go. And this gives it more of a cell shaded look, but you have a lot of those crap marks into it from the paint cracking. And that is how my suit looks. This is my new heavy arm suit. I hope you all enjoy. We're going to go to setup screen, and I'm going to save it. Don't forget to like, favorite, share, and comment on these videos. And it really helps me out to know what you guys want to see. Now, before I end this, I have to show you the mission that you have to do. So it is this mission here. Chapter 3, Mission 2. You fight, I believe it's 4 SD Gundams, as well as a boss at the end. And thinking of that mission reminded me also how to show you to level up parts, because that's very important. Each part has a level, and to do that you hit square. To merge a single part to get the skill, you go to the part merge with the blue menu, or to do what I like to do. So let's see here. I forgot to look at the name of my part. Okay. So what I tend to do is I look at the name of my part, and I come in and I'll merge all the ones that are that same part. Merge. I just hit triangle, or not triangle, but circle. Then hit square, hit OK, and it'll level up, just like that. And you can also come in and hit square, go to plastic merge. This will help with your DPS stuff. These cubes in here, each of them have a certain thing to benefit you from. And then these are just parts you can come in and be like, alright, I don't want to use that many. Well, that'll get me from 9 to 14, but you see down at the bottom how much it'll cost. So we can't do that. But let's see how many we can do. Alright, we could do 411, which gets us to level 12, but it'll burn all my money, and we're not going to do that because I don't want to be broke. But here's the other thing I'm going to work on, is trying to find out how many cubes are in the actual game, so I know how many, if it'll be plausible to translate it and really show you what they do. Because these cubes add abilities to your weapon under where it says abilities base. Just like in the first couple Breaker games, I would highly suggest sticking to one suit or one weapon type. Because that helps you out a lot. You don't run into the problem I've been having where I've upgraded like 3 or 4 things and it's really hurt me a lot. Because nothing's really good, everything's okay, and I've come to rely on those stupid swords that spin around me to take care of anybody that I'm fighting against when trying to fight the elites or bosses of the level. Because those are actually really hard this time around by yourself. Which is what I like. I don't want it to be easy, so I'm very happy with this. Hence is why I'm not that far in the story. I'm grinding for money, leveling up my stuff as I can, and building the suits as I want it. So, what I was trying to say earlier, because I thought I was done, but now I actually am. Don't forget to like, favorite, share, and comment. Tell me what it is you want to see more of, and share if you can, share videos or pictures or whatever of your suits, and tell me how you made them and how you're using them. If you've seen any of my Gundam Breaker 2 streams, you know I like using my heavy arm stuff to just obliterate a room with my burst special. Now I also am trying to build a beam version of that as well, and once I get double X's back piece, I'll build a suit that can do the satellite cannon stuff. Because I really want to know if that's changed, if the range has increased again, or if it got shrunk back down. Because I did not like using that in the second game, because it felt like the range was a little bit shorter, but that could have just been me being bad at the game, but I really don't know. But comment on here, share your pictures, or post them on my Facebook page. There will be links for all that and my Twitter in the description. So just show her. I want everybody to show what they have and what they've made. And pretty soon, once I get comfortable enough with playing this, I'll open a room up and you guys can just join in and play with me as I'm playing.